Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with Envy. This is a brand new style in their Envy hair line called PAULA. And I have PAULA in the color dark brown. PAULA is brand new. Envy hair is a blend of 70% heat-friendly synthetic and 30% human hair. Some of my favorite fibers out there today, truthfully. I love these Envy hair fibers. They are so realistic, and I think they bring together the best of both the heat-friendly synthetic world and the human hair world to give you just a wonderful head of hair. If you want to know more about this sassy, cute, polished, sassy and polished, they're kind of different, but this has elements of both. If you want to know more, stick around. Thank you so much, Envy, for partnering with me on these wig reviews where I can bring many of your Envy hairstyles to our wig sisterhood. I am so grateful for the opportunity to show all of these wonderful styles. And I know my wig sisters who are in the market for wigs like these are also grateful. It helps a whole lot when making purchases. Now, I do have a slide at the end of this video where I show you all of Envy's elite partners. Those are their sort of preferred partners. There are other retailers that carry these wigs though, but these are the ones that they're considering their elite partners. So if you're looking for a place to purchase this or other Envy wigs, you can check that slide out at the very end of the video. I will also include a link in the description to help you with that as well. All right, everybody, let's take a look at PAULA from all sides. Oh gosh, you guys, PAULA is darling. Now, I struggle sometimes with what's technically a pixie and what's not a pixie, and I've been corrected in some videos when I've said something's a pixie and it isn't. I think this is real close to a pixie if it isn't. There is just a little bit of volume and length up here, but look at all of these short layers. So that's kind of what I mean when I say it's got some sass. We've got some sassy, shorter layers, and look at this front, but it's also very polished. So if you're looking for a good balance of fun and professional, and you like short wigs like this, PAULA could be a great one to try. Now, I do want to encourage you to be aware of your hairline in the back. At the time of this filming, PAULA isn't, there's not a lot of information on PAULA out there yet. So I'm not sure what the technical length of this nape is, but my guess is it's somewhere around 2 inches or potentially a little bit less. And I always say if a nape is 2 inches or less, it's really critical that you understand your hairline in the back and whether or not you're going to have trouble disguising it. If you have no hair, that is a benefit of having no hair, is you don't have to worry about that. But if you do, if it's close to the color of the wig that you're purchasing and a little bit of wispy hair pokes out, it's no problem. It's actually when your hair color differs greatly from the color you're purchasing that can be a concern. And honestly, there's lots of techniques to hide your bio hair, and I have videos showing you how to do that. I always like to mention it though for my new wig sisters. Maybe you've never purchased a wig before and you're just not aware of that, so I like to mention it. Now, I mentioned in the very beginning that this is an Envy hair wig. That means it has 70% heat-friendly synthetic and 30% human hair. You may be wondering, what's the point of a blend like this? And in my experience, the point is truly that you get the best of both worlds. So with the heat-friendly synthetic, you get stability of style. You get a wig that isn't going to get frizzy in humidity. It's going to hold its style even if you get caught in the rain. But with human hair, you get some more longevity. I find that these Envy hair fibers don't get as frizzy and frayed on the ends with friction as is pretty typical of a heat-friendly piece. Now, a short wig like this, you're not gonna have to worry about that at all. This is going to have such incredible longevity. In my estimation, I bet you're gonna find that this cap doesn't last maybe as long as the fibers. I think you're gonna get a long life out of this, is what I'm trying to say, as long as you care for it and you're careful with the cap. I also think that what you get from these fibers is such realistic feel. I mean, this feels like incredibly healthy human hair to me. Not only that, but when you have heat-friendly synthetic, I have hair on my lip gloss. When you have heat-friendly synthetic, guys, I'm a real person. I'm not here shilling wigs or trying to sell you wigs. When I have little errors like that, they stay in these videos because I'm just one of you guys. I'm just really lucky to be able to show you a lot of wigs, which I love. Anyway, I digress. When you have hair like this, the heat-friendly synthetic, it tends not to be shiny. And human hair, obviously, if it's shiny, it's because it's healthy. It isn't a fake manufactured shine. So you're getting a wig that isn't going to be shiny like regular synthetic. And in a dark color like this, or in a really blonde color, that's really helpful, because in synthetic, those can tend to be a little bit shiny. You're not going to really be dealing with that. If you're seeing shine right now, two things are going on. I have a ton of light on me so that the camera will pick up detail, and it's a really dark color that's really healthy. So I think it's healthy hair shine, not synthetic shine. That's my 2 cents. Also, with the longevity, I do have experience with Envy hair. I have Envy Zoe, which I wear all the time, and it's a straight bob that rubs on my clothing. There is zero friction fraying on the end so far, and I've worn it, I don't even know, 40 times. I mean, by now, it would be showing wear if it were a regular heat-friendly synthetic. So it's really going strong. All right, so now this style comes with a lace front and a full mono top. I really appreciate the full mono top, even though it adds a little bit of expense to a wig because all of the monofilament on top is hand-tied. The more hand-tied area on a cap, the more labor goes into making that wig. I think then it really is relevant to many, many wig wearers. So when you get a mono part wig, you're limited to wherever they put that part. On a mono top, and I'll show you inside the cap in a moment, you can change the part. Now, this one isn't, it's the way that this is constructed. You've got short styles, you have layers, you have a little bit of volume because of the short layers, and it's got a very slight wave, like somebody who has a lightly naturally wavy hair. So you're not really seeing much of a part on this one. So it's going to give you a realistic look, how it lays realistically if you want. So right now it's kind of wanting to go over from left to right. If you would prefer it to go right to left, then you could just play with this. You could shift these fibers around. If you have some stubborn fibers like I'm experiencing right now and they don't want to shift, use a little bit of heat, a hair dryer, a hot comb, a hot airbrush. This is heat friendly. You can take heat to it. You can, modify how it lays. You can try to get a little bit more curl in it. There's not a lot of length, but you sure could. You could straighten it. There's a lot you can do. If you want to put styling product in it and you want to make this even sassier, you want to mess it up, you want to get some spikes in it, you can do that as well. I do think there's going to be a ton of styling flexibility with this one. Even though it's short wigs can be so fun to play with. I have grown to love short wigs, even though in the beginning I couldn't wear them. So if you're at a place right now where you can't do short wigs, but you're still watching this video anyway, you could get there if you want to, because I did. And if I did, you can. All right, here's the cap. So we've got this full monofilament on top. This is all silicone, all the way down to the ear tabs. If you have bio hair, this silicone isn't really going to make any difference. It's not really going to help or hurt you. It won't pull on your hair, but your hair will prevent it from really gripping. Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. But if you don't have any bio hair, this is gold. I think you'll be able to wear this without a wig grip or anything. I think it'll keep it nice and snug in place, and it goes all the way down to the ear tabs. Look at that lace front, you guys. It is extended all the way down to the ear tabs. So you get really good lace front. If you want to tuck, you're going to get really realistic look all along the hairline. We have an extended nape, and we have Velcro adjusters. I'm very happy about that. And then the rest of it is open wefting. What that provides is some coolness. It also keeps the price down just a little bit. Now, because these are Envy hair wigs, they're going to be a little more expensive than a regular synthetic, but if you can swing it, I highly suggest you try an Envy hair wig. It has really changed my opinion about some of these heat-friendly synthetics because it's so realistic. It's really wonderful. And so this is, look at how easy it is to put on. Shake and go. This is absolutely a shake and go wig. Now, it does have a little bit of length on the sides. So for some of you, you're going to like that. If you don't like that, this is really tuckable. So you can just take these and tuck them. Because these ear tabs, because the lace goes all the way down and it has silicone instead of the velvety material, they're very, very flat. So you're not getting any bulk on the side. So if you like to tuck, if you like to wear glasses, you can totally do that with this one because of that. Now, obviously, it depends on how it fits you, whether or not the glasses will be able to tuck under the ear tabs or have to sit over them. But if they have to sit over them, it's not really going to be that much of a problem. It's not a lot of bulk there. Let me show you that lace front. So there's your lace, and there's the lace front. I know you can see knotting, so let's talk about that. On a super dark wig like this, that is not full human hair, knotting is generally visible. The knots are dark, and so they're going to be a little bit visible. If you are sensitive to visible knots, there's a couple things you can do. You can work your way toward lighter colors if you currently wear dark colors, or highlighted colors where they bring the highlights up to the front. That will help because the knots will be lighter. Or you can take some translucent powder, some foundation. There's other types of wig specific makeup that you can buy, and you just dab a little bit on those knots and it will blur them. I have some videos showing you how to do that, and I will link them in the description. That will help you because I understand this is the color I would have purchased in the very beginning of my wig wearing journey, and that was a struggle I had. So I had to work to figure out how to fix it because I wasn't ready to wear something lighter. So if that's you, know that there are some things that you can do to help with that. All right, let's talk about fit. This Envy wigs generally fit pretty true to average. There's always a little bit of variability in wig fit within a brand. Some of that has to do with the type of cap. Not every Envy hair cap is like this. Some of them have the velvety ear tabs and they don't have the silicone. Some of them don't have an extended nape. Some of them only have a mono part, not a full mono top. All of that can impact how a wig fits you. I would say this runs very true to average. I have this kind of just, the adjusters aren't really cinched in a whole lot, and I have a 22-inch circumference, and it fits me very comfortably, even with a wig grip on. So that tells me it's very true to average. I get a little bit of extra cap up here, nothing that bulks, but when I do this and I can pull cap, I know that I have a little bit of extra cap. What that means is if your measurements are somewhat bigger than mine, over the top of your head, and when I say that, I mean ear to ear, front to back, and I have a video showing you how to measure your head, then I think it'll fit you because I'm super petite over the top of my head. But if you're also super petite over the top of your head, they made this in such a way that I don't get extra cap. So it really fits me comfortably, and there is some stretch. So if you're looking for something with just a little bit of stretch, this has it. So I would say you're very safe, true to average. I really don't think this is running big. So if you have large measurements, I'm not going to recommend that this will fit you. But I definitely think there's a range of sort of kind of average petite to average-ish, a little bit bigger than average depending on over the top of your head. I think this is going to fit you just fine. Now, this does not have Permatease. I'm just feeling. Nope, I'm not feeling any Permatease. So you're not getting big bulk, poof, any of that. If you want volume on this one, I think you're going to be able to get a tiny bit up here by playing with it, by using some styling product, maybe taking some heat to it to get some lift. You're not going to get a lot of lift because this just doesn't have the Permatease. It does have a little bit of lift because of the layers. So if you get overwhelmed with wigs because you're new and you've been losing your hair for a long time, I do think this is worth trying. I think there's, you know, you can tame it down, you can flatten it out. I always talk about wearing a headband with a wig if you are overwhelmed by it, because it really helps. It tricks the eye a little bit and helps you to feel a little bit more comfortable. And I have one to show you. I'm going to step off screen for a sec. I'm going to try not to stop this video today and just keep right on going. So you can throw a headband on, and then you can just arrange the hair however you want it to look however you want. But what a headband does, I feel like I've got hair that wants to spring back. Again, if that happens to you, sometimes that happens because of how the hair was laying in a box. Just play with it. You'll be able to get it to adjust by just shifting those knots a little bit with some coaxing, or again, heat will help with that. Now you can put a headband on, and not only is it cute, not only does it change up the look, but it flattens it out a little bit. So if you're overwhelmed with wigs, please don't forget styling and accessories. They can really be your friend as you're navigating the wig wearing journey. So give that a shot if you struggle with that. But I'm gonna say that this doesn't really have a ton of volume. So if you like big hair, you're not really gonna get it with this one, unfortunately. But there's lots of wigs out there that have lots of Permatease and will give you big hair. Okay. I think I covered all of the basics. So let's talk about color. Dark brown. This is a rich, rich dark brown. No highlights. And it's just a really true dark brown. Now it is warm, but it's not red. I'm not seeing any real red in this. It's just a very rich, warm, dark brown with no highlights, not really any variability. So if you're looking for something that isn't going to draw attention, you don't want a lot of highlights, you don't want somebody to ask you where you go get your hair colored. I know that's a concern for some of my wig sisters, and you can wear dark colors like this. Dark brown could be a good one to try. I'll show this one to you outside as well. But that is PAULA. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer. Woo, I'm not looking so great without the wig on. And thanks again to Envy for sending me PAULA. I really appreciate you guys and allowing all of us to see these cute wigs. Let's get outside. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Everyone, here we are outside in direct, bright sunlight. So you can see this color out here. Let's see. Just a beautiful, rich, dark brown. All right. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching.